There was a time when Daniel thought being smart would make life easier. He was wrong. It started with little things. At dinner, his father would say, "Everything is fine," and everyone else would keep eating. Daniel would notice the way his mother suddenly stopped chewing, the unpaid bill folded beneath the newspaper, the silence that lasted half a second too long. Nobody said anything, but somehow Daniel heard everything that wasn't being said. At school, his friends would smile and say, "We should hang out sometime." Daniel could usually tell which invitations were real, which compliments had something hidden underneath them, which friendships only seemed to exist because somebody wanted something, which teachers still loved what they did, and which ones had simply learned how to survive doing it. He noticed everything, and at first he thought that was a gift, until he began noticing how peaceful everyone else seemed. At parties, people laughed without questioning why they were laughing. They fell in love without immediately calculating how it might end. They trusted promises without searching for the motive underneath them. Daniel couldn't. Someone would tell him, "I am happy for you," and his mind would catch the hesitation before the word happy. Someone would say, "I love you," and instead of simply feeling the warmth of it, part of him would wonder why they needed to say it at that exact moment. Why now? What changed? What are they afraid of losing? Every conversation became a puzzle. Every smile became something to interpret. Every room became something to decode. And slowly, the world started losing some of its magic. Because once you become obsessed with what is underneath everything, it becomes difficult to enjoy what is right in front of you. The worst part wasn't seeing through people. It was realizing that people don't always like being seen through. People want to feel understood, but not always exposed. They want connection, but they also want somewhere to hide. And Daniel had a way of noticing the hiding places. So eventually, he learned to hide too. He laughed when everyone laughed, pretended not to notice contradictions, let certain lies pass without correcting them, asked questions he already knew answers to. Sometimes he even made himself look confused because confusion makes people comfortable. And for a while, it worked. He belonged. At least he looked like he belonged. But one night, surrounded by friends, laughing at conversations he wasn't really interested in, Daniel realized something that terrified him. He had finally learned how to fit in by disappearing, by becoming a smaller version of himself, by pretending not to notice what he noticed, by pretending surface level conversations were enough. And maybe that is the curse nobody warns you about. Sometimes intelligence doesn't make you feel powerful. Sometimes it makes you lonely, because the deeper you look, the harder it can become to enjoy the surface. You begin seeing the insecurity beneath the arrogance, the fear beneath the anger, the transaction beneath certain friendships, the loneliness beneath the attention seeking, the wounds beneath the people doing the wounding. And after a while, almost nothing looks simple anymore. But clarity has another side. Daniel eventually understood that seeing the cracks didn't mean he had to spend his entire life staring at them. Not every smile needed to be investigated. Not every contradiction needed to be exposed. Not every hidden motive needed to be uncovered. Not every conversation needed depth. Not every person needed to understand him. And not every illusion needed to be destroyed simply because he could see through it. Because intelligence without wisdom can become another prison. You can become so obsessed with understanding life that you forgot to actually live it. So maybe wisdom isn't seeing through everything. Maybe wisdom is knowing when to look deeper and when to simply let yourself experience the moment. To laugh without analyzing the joke. To love without demanding certainty. To trust without needing to predict every possible betrayal. to sit in a room without decoding everyone inside it. Because maybe the curse isn't knowing too much. Maybe the real curse is believing that because you can see beneath the surface, you're never allowed to enjoy what's above it.